to get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Check, 380. Check, 42's the mark. I'm on.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
Hey, 0. Well. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, switch gears. That's it. Good, guys. 4 down. 14. 2. What we got? Hey.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Hey, check Mike 33. Let's go, D. Mike, check. We go. 58.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open man is Allison, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Got a man. That's Allison. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 70 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
They're running it. Inside. Inside. 33.
Now Rodgers to throw again. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a Packer first down.
Green 18. Back one. We want it. Come to my work. Mike check 33.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. These two teams all tied after one. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On third down, Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Preston Smith there on the stop. On 2nd and 9. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Hey, alert. 14, fight it.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 25. You got tape.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9. Rodgers, he'll get this off to Jamal Williams. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Preston Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. With that incompletion, I want to get your MVP thoughts. Lamar Jackson, he seems to be the leader right now, is he not?
I would agree with that. His team is the hottest team in the league right now.
And then you've got, well, let's think of the others. Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson. Who else? Christian McCaffrey?
I would say Christian McCaffrey, although it's hard for a running back to win it. Don't forget Michael Thomas with the Saints continued to have big numbers even while Drew Brees was out. But also, if Patrick Mahomes gets hot and the Chiefs run off a string, he's a defending NFL MVP.
But think about this. If Lamar Jackson does win the MVP, he'll be the first 22-year-old to do it since Jim Brown. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I don't think you got it, sir.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Dancing to his left. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
12.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easier for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Give them 32 on the play.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Back north.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 48 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 12. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. All right, CD, let's look ahead to Week 12, the week before Thanksgiving. Hard to believe some big games. It started Thursday night, Colts-Texans, to decide who would go ahead in that division. But also Seahawks-Eagles, a game that you're going to be doing. That's a big one.
It's a monster one, and if you look at the Eagles' record, you would think they absolutely have to have it. But in the NFC East, even a loss doesn't eliminate them. But if they win, they could be neck and neck with Dallas. With Seattle, they're trying to keep pace and stay right on the heels of San Francisco in the NFC West. How about Dallas at New England? That's a big-time game. The Cowboys trying to maintain their lead in the NFC East. New England just one loss. And Green Bay at San Francisco. That game got flexed to Sunday night and deserved to be. That could be one of the better ones we'll see this year.
Yeah, that's a trio of games that is very, very strong this weekend. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys are able to regain the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to get a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Rodgers. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get him for a loss of about 3. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Again, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go. Hey, check flag 33. Check flag 33. I'm off.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll run it with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Rush in. Rush in. Bring it in.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Hey, check 26. Here we go. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Here's Jones. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Likely the play of the game here. Trailing, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Crosby with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.